What up, all the people? Welcome back to another episode of Hood Talk by way of Superfly Entertainment. Let's get it. Jay-Z is back at it again. The brilliant-minded former New York Morrison Project rapper is at it again. And when I mean at it again, I mean the dude is just what he got? What? Rock Nation, the man just got a plethora of businesses worldwide. And they all doing good besides one. He have one that I just read that's not doing too so well. But when you do the ratio of the one that's not doing so well, the one that's not doing so well well, what I'm saying is it technically it shows that he's in a raid with that business, but the other businesses he's doing so very well in that it's overriding that one that he's in a raid in. So he may have 4, 5, 6 businesses that's in the green. You know what I'm saying? And for those of you who don't know what red or green mean, green mean when you above average and you're making capital. Red is when you below average and you are not receiving any capital. Every investment that you're making on your current business, you're losing. And in some cases, you may owe money, but you just have to keep on fighting, and eventually you will break even and then start, overlapsing with capital. But yeah, I'm about to get in it with this Jay-Z thing. He got a podcast now. Salute the Hov, man. Salute the Hov. And it's a very brilliant podcast, I would say, in my opinion. And the name of his podcast is Undercover. Undercover, yeah. And so what he would be doing is they had a case in Kansas City with a detective that Jay-Z was had hired a private detective to look into that case. And that would spark the flame for him to launch his podcast. I'm about to read this clip from this article that states, only in a couple of days, Jay-Z and his team and staff are bringing forward a podcast, in my opinion, a damn good one. This podcast will be called Corruption Undercover. Gotta love it. Corruption Undercover. Team Rock's push for accountability, which doesn't stop there. Last month, the Orientation, in partnership with the Midwest Innocence Project, filed a lawsuit against Kansas City officials. The suit demands access to police misconduct records that the city has reportedly withheld for numerous amounts of months and in some cases years. Like I said, there was a case that a Kansas City detective was kind of like bending the law a little bit, if you will. And I'm not gonna say kind of like, he worked bending the law. That's what I'm saying, bro. These people, bro. I'm not gonna say people. These United States citizens they run for these seats and offices, and like I mentioned, that I cannot mention enough because I need you all to wake up and get out there and start voting. No matter what state you live in. If it's a red state, blue state, get out there, man. You have to vote. Because that one vote that you're not participating in, let's say for instance you look at the polls and you find out that the person you voted for, he lost by one vote. How would you feel? Like I say, running politics in people, what they do is they read just like we read. They got eyes just like we have eyes. They watch just like we watch. So what they do is they see what the people want. They see what the masses of people around the whole world want, rather than just their state. And you know what they do? They write it down. Okay, the masses, they want this. They rather see little kids grow in education. So I'm gonna write that down. They like, black people like to see the kids grow in education. Write that down. Mexicans. These are strategies now. I'm giving you the game. This is the strategy that they follow, I promise you. Look into the majority of Mexicans. See what they like. Oh, Mexicans, they want to come into the United States. Write that down. Mexicans would love to come into the United States. Do not build a border. Now, you see where I'm going with this? What they're doing is they're building up their perp system. You see what I'm saying? They're building up their ammunition. Caucasians. What they want, what they like, what the masses of them want. Oh, they don't want to pay as much taxes just because they're rich. That's 3 races right there. So if you attack one more race, find out what they want, what they don't want. So you write it down. You got your 5-point bulletin board system, the philosophy that you're going to follow. And what you do, first debate that you get in front of a crowd, go on your notes. Yes, my people, yes. I'm going to do this, I'm going to not build a border. The Mexican. Yay! Yes, my people, I'm the blacks. I'm going to make sure every little black Afro-American child have good health care. I'm going to make sure every Afro-American child has good curriculum. The black people. Yay! Oh, God, I'm going for him. Yeah. Now, you see where I'm going with this? That's what they do. And guess what? The minute they get in, I take a drink to that. They don't do jack shit. Jack shit. So, man, you have to be careful, bro. If you want revolution, you have to get out there and fight. You really do. You have to get out there and fight. Moving on. Team Rock push for accountability. Last month, the organization and the suit demanded access to police misconduct records that the city had reportedly withheld. Okay, I said that. I'm sorry. I apologize. Hey, I'm only human, right? I'm not a robot. I'm not AI. I'm human. You don't like it? Go to another channel. Salute to all my SFE original fans. Okay, here we go. Team Rock believes these documents could reveal a long history of abuse and listen to this now. I'm going to read this again. Team Rock believes these documents could unreveal a long history of abuse and cover-ups within the Department of Justice system. Jay-Z and Team Rock going effortlessly underscore their commitment to justice and transparency to the system plagued by corruption. It's been going on for years. Corruption been going on for years. But it's finally, the FBI finally cracking down on a lot of it. And that's damn good. It really is. Just in 2022, Team Rock spearheaded an investigation into former Kansas City police detective Roger Golubsky. Remember that name? Go Google it. Eventually, he was indicted on all charges of federal civil rights crimes for sex. Why nobody not broadcasting that? For sex crimes of black women and underage women, teenage little girls. Again, for sex crime against black women and underage teenage young women and little girls. He should be under the jail. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He was also charged with framing citizens for crimes they did not commit. Come on, man. When those guys got together, I'm talking about the Innocence Project. The Innocence Project, I apologize. The Innocence Project, to be exact. When the Innocence Project got together to form the Innocence Project, that could have been the best thing they did. Cause see, people, a lot of people don't know, man. And only a small few know and understand. Everybody in jail is not bad. I'm going to say that again. Everybody in jail is not bad. Bruh, let's say you have 100 people in jail. I can guarantee you, out those 100, 40 of them, 100 people. No, I ain't gonna say 40. 30 of them in there, maybe 32-ish, are in there for something they must do. I promise you. 20 of them are in there for something they did do. And the rest of them, the other 50, guess what? Why you think they in there? Get in that comment section. Let me know what you all think about prison reform. Moving on. The suit, talking about Kansas City now, the suit alleges that minority and immigrant communities were subjected to an unlawful pattern of abuse and other serious misconduct acts and charges. Rather than promoting a culture of transparency and accountability, the KCKPD, that stands for Kansas City Police Department, has a long history of turning a blind eye at best. Don't let that go over your head. If indeed, I'm gonna read it again. The KCKPD has a long history of turning a blind eye to and at best. Either cover up, bro, that stuff just make me sick. I promise you, bro, it make me sick to my stomach. It really do. And cover up, if not the worst abuse and or corrupt conduct by its officers. The suit stated. It's sad. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, okay, if how can you win? You know, that's like you fighting against, and we already know if you black, you definitely not gonna win. You know, you definitely not. And that's ridiculous, bro. It really is. I don't get it. That brings me back to my early childhood. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because I was a child, right? I was a child. Now, what? At the time I was 13 years old. I had a stolen car. 13 years old. Yes, and in all fairness, I took my lick. I was held accountable for that. So don't get up there talking about, and you gonna talk about the police and here you doing this and you doing that. Yes, I took my lick. I was held accountable for that. And also I served my time. What I'm about to explain to you all is a time ago, and a time when I got in some trouble. Again, we do not promote violence over here at Superfly Entertainment. But at Hood Talk, we talk about the things that happen in the hood and more. That's just what it is. And I'm gonna give you the real. You know? So when I was in when I was a little boy, someone that gave me a stolen car. And I wound up keeping the car for a little good minute. You know? And I never forget, my school that I was going to at the time had it was giving a little party Friday. So, you know, I was poor. They had Jack Itch coming up. So that van really gave me a sense of pride. It made me feel like I was educated. It made me feel sophisticated. It made me feel, it just made me feel like I'm a grown man. When all that shit, I was the totally opposite. But coming from where I came from, I felt good about that. So I wanted to go to my school get together. So one afternoon I went and put my clothes in there, you know, and for later on that night, because I was trying to hide the van from my mother. So I parked the van. When I went back to it that night, the police was waiting on me. Boy, when I say was they waiting on me, they was waiting on me. Man, mind you, I had two more dudes with me too, right? And police that was, let me see, who that was with me? I'm not gonna say the name, that was, and I can't remember the other. I remember one of them was my partner name was, well, I'm not gonna say his name. His name was, but let's just say one of them name was Roro and the other name was Bobo. Well, Roro was a little younger than me, and Bobo, I think, was a little older than me, a couple of months. So, we wound up getting the car, and as we getting in, who come? Johnny Law. Cut us off. Getting in the van, I'm sorry. Damn, we really couldn't go nowhere because they had us done right. So what happened was, they waited for us to get in, and I had parked by a former police officer's house. So he let him stake out by his house. So when we came, got in, they bum rushed us. We couldn't get out. You know? And shit, when that happened, they came. They knew I was the driver because the man had explained it to them that the little one over there, he the driver. Excuse me, when I tell you, they put me in a police car. When I tell you they put me in a police car, right? Man, I'm 13. They put me in the back of the police car. I'm not about to tell on myself. I'm not about to do that. I ain't cut like that. At 13 years old, yeah, that was me. You're not about to get nothing out of me. So the police, he had to be what? Late 20s probably? Come to the police car in the back seat, open up the door. What you doing with this car? I don't know what I said. That been so long ago, to be honest. All I knew is he was asking me questions. I don't know what I was saying or what I didn't say. And I remember that boy went. That boy asking me questions. I'm sitting in the police car handcuffed, right? I'm really mad. I'm about to go to jail. I remember him saying, "You ain't gonna tell me?" Bow! Smacked the inch out of me. My whole face went. I came back, I'm looking at him like, I can't believe this man is slapping me. Slap me again. Bow! Wow. Now I'm kind of scared. I'm a kid now. I'm kind of scared. And I'm in handcuffs. I don't understand why this man slapping me like this. But then he hit me in my chest. Boom! I started crying. I ain't even lying, I started crying. Cause I'm like, at that moment, I'm thinking, you know, and as a 13-year-old, I had heard of police brutality, but I never witnessed it. I never even, I never saw it from nobody. Although the Rodney King thing had happened, I heard of that, but I still didn't see it. You know? And in New Orleans, fair play to the police officers in the 90s. When I was coming up, early 90s, 91, 2, 93, I'll be honest. I'm not going to shit on them. I'm not going to shit on NOPD. Because you wasn't hearing that in New Orleans. Police officer killing niggas. You know, you wasn't hearing that. Now, was they doing it or man, it happened a time or two? Perhaps it did. But in the 90s when I was coming up, how it's relevant now, where everywhere you go, if you whether you watching somebody on a phone or on TV, they get stopped by Johnny Law. I got my hands up, please don't shoot. Record this video. I got my hands out. He trying to kill me, y'all. You know, I'm here like y'all. I know y'all be seeing all the videos online where people getting stopped because now the officers, what they do is they body cam footage. They got channels too, and they got ads too. So what they do is they go upload it to their channel, and it's going around the world. So it wasn't as relevant back then as it is now. But the way he was hitting on me, I'm like, nah, man, this man about to kill me. I want my mama. Where's my mom or my dad? This man about to kill me. But he did. Brought me down to the youth study. Put me in there at that time. That was my first time going to jail. Ever. That was my first time ever going to jail. And boy, I tell you, that started I'm talking about, woo. That would start everything for me. And that had to be in what? 91-ish? 92-ish? Something like that? And the crazy part about it, right after that, before you know it, in 1993, the FBI launches in New Orleans now. We're talking New Orleans, not Kansas City. Because somewhere in 1995, which was a bad year for me, that was the leading year for New Orleans corruption and law enforcement. Literally. New Orleans had the #1 law enforcement corruption out of every city in the United States of America. But they didn't even know that in 93, the FBI launched an investigation into New Orleans Police Department after learning that officers were extorting drug dealers and involvement in other corrupting activities. We got Lynn Davis. If you know, you know. We got Antoinette Frank. They all come from that club. Police officers who was violating people's rights. So little that they know, fast forward 2 years ahead, 1995, Chief Richard Pennington, I remember that cop up it. I remember do. Chief Richard Pennington of the New Orleans Police Department worked with the FBI Department of Justice, Louisiana State Police, and the U.S. Marine Corps to improve education for department leaders. Some of the corruption included, talking about Orleans now, robbery, ticket fixing, protection for illegal activities, other illegal activities, racketeering, stealing money, stealing money from drug dealers out the evidence room. Yeah. Altering testimonies. And for the most part, selling criminal information and destroying state evidence. How you going to destroy state evidence? How? So with that being said, all those boys back then, you know what's funny? You don't even see them around no more. You don't. You don't see none of them around no more. And I remember some hard hitters. What? But they got their lick. And me personally, I think it's good for them. Man, one time, a police officer, look, just because, see, you have to understand the Johnny Law, right? They get mad at you, first of all, back then, for being black. They really used to be mad at you for being black. So back then, so when you black and you run, oh boy, they got something for you. You better not get caught. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You better not get caught. Like my stupid ace did. Me and my cousin, God bless his soul, right? I had a car. I had a nice car in 1994 is 5. I had a nice car. And me and my cousin one time we was going. Well, he was coming with me by my at the time girlfriend, right? We going up St. Charles Street. We know we riding up Felicity to St. Charles. We get to the light. Now I see the police over there, right? They watching me. They waiting on me to cross the St. Charles light and continue going up Felicity so they can come right behind me. So they can bust a right and come right behind me. Well, I had other plans. I didn't do that. While they still at the light on that side, I bust a right. Shot up St. Charles the opposite way of them. Man, that's crazy, bro. I'm telling you. Look, that was a movie. That was a movie. And I thank God today that I didn't hurt myself. Thank you, God. And for the most part, I didn't hurt no one else. I was young. At the time, I was 19, 20 years old. And I just wanted to have some fun. But in doing that, I could have lost my life and other people's life. Fortunately enough, I didn't. So when I bust that right on St. Charles, opposite of him, I gunned it. Boom! And the reason why I'm saying all this is because, and why I did all this is because I had a car. Back in 1993, I first purchased it. It was a Celebrity. It was on the form and shape of, the box cars that was back then. It was, in that time, 93, when I bought it, 1993, it was one of the, say like a top 5 car. That was the top, that was in the class, it was number 6. So I was getting by with it, because around that time you had the Cutlass Supremes, you had your Regals, you had the Delta 88s, you had your 98s, you know what I'm saying? You heard me? Yeah. These are the cars that they had back then. You heard me? So, so that car I had, it was on the level, not of them, it was shaped like that. But it was good for that time, 1993, because you wasn't seeing no modern cars, and you definitely wasn't seeing no foreign cars, so, but the thing was, I was too young and naive, and I didn't know any better about license, brake tag, insurance. I didn't know about none of that. And apparently, my mother didn't. I thought she did, but she didn't. So, make a long story short, I had that racked up and accumulated at the age of 18, 17, 18, about $5,000 worth of tickets. And at this particular day, I was tired. I didn't want to go to jail to get no tickets. I had been in jail for no driving license probably 3 times. So when I see them, oh shit. You would have thought I had a 40 Glock on me. I turned that right like I said, busted it, put it to the floor. I'm gone. I'm looking through the mirror. I ain't got no license, no insurance, no nothing. Goes back to my conversation what I spoke about yesterday. Young black male, 17 years old, lost, about to wreak havoc on himself or anybody else. See what I'm saying? That's me. That was me. I busted right by Burger King. They got Burger King on St. Charles. I gunned it. Whoa. By this time, I busted right. I still got him probably a block. I'm going up the block side street by Burger King. I'm getting to Pretend. Pretend's a 2-way street. I remember it like it was yesterday, I promise you, bro. Oh, man, I can cry right now, bro, because what I did was childish, stupid, and Father God, thank you, Father God. Thank you, Father, for me not killing no one. Thank you. Thank you, I can't say it enough, Father. And thank you for not allowing me to kill myself. Because normally that pertains that two-way street traffic be flooded. I remember coming up the street and was like, man, should I stop here or should I go? Man, my stupid butt went clean out. I turned off of that side street onto Pretend, and I'm jissing up because I'm nervous. I'm thinking the car about to hit me, but none didn't. That was God with me. I bust that left. What? So when I'm busting that left, I just peeked up. I see him coming. I'm really worried about the traffic, but I peep up at my rear mirror. I see him coming. Bust that left. I goes up like one more block. By this time, I'm losing balance in this raggedy little car. I bust a quick right. So for some reason, something told me, because I had my cousin with me. He's dead now, but I had him with me. We're the same age, all for a couple of months. So understand this play, what I'm about to tell y'all now. When I busted right, I hurried up through the car and parked. I didn't do this intentionally for it to play out like this. Phil, when I busted right, I threw the car and parked. I know the police, they own me, but I still got them. So I told my cousin, get in the driver's seat. Get in the driver's seat, let me get right there, Tub. His name was Tub. What he did was, he opened the passenger door, I'm sorry, stay with me. He opened the passenger door and broke. When he opened the passenger door and broke, I immediately jumped in the passenger seat. So when I get in the passenger seat, they spin the bit. Boom. Pay attention to what it looked like. It looked like when they spin the bid and see, now they see the passenger door open, I'm sitting in the passenger seat, the driver gone, what it look like? Huh? See what I'm saying? I know it may take you a little while to catch it, but what it look like? What the police said? He don't know I'm the driver. He see me in the passenger seat with the door open. Oh, you trying to run, you can't get away. The driver then already broke out and ran. See what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't intend for it to happen like that, though. It just happened like that. And guess what? They would have got on the dispatcher. Yeah, son. He can't be far. He got to be around son. But he already was on the microphone when I hit it. He didn't dispatch the whole 6th district that he on the high-speed chase, right? So they was prepared, and they was surrounding us from every and whichever way. So when they cut me off, I didn't run. I stood in the passenger seat. So when they came, they jumped out, they grabbed me, threw me on the ground, put his elbow and his feet or something in my damn back, and I remember he butt my chin hit the ground. Bah, bah, bah. At this time, I'm 18, 19. No, I wasn't 19, I was 18. I remember my chin was bust. So I'm like, again? These bitches be playing, why these people beat me up like this? I knew I ran from the police, but they don't have the right to beat me. You know, so, man, when he did that, what other than that? I don't know. Where's the driver? I don't know. Who caused it? My mother called. Where y'all going at? Who's going by my cousin's girlfriend? Where your cousin at? I don't know. I don't know. Kick me again while I'm on the ground. Put me in handcuffs. Make a long story short, they wound up going to get my cousin. They let me go. When they found my cousin, they thought he was the driver. My cousin don't know what's going on with me. They just put him in the car and thought he was the driver, and he ran from him and hit him with all type of charges. Bro, I felt so bad for him, man. God bless his soul, because he dead now. I felt so bad for him. He stood in there a couple of days. He ain't stood in there long. Stood in there a couple of days. But I was mad for him. I ain't lying. But I couldn't. I wasn't about to say, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what? Come on, you should have got away, man. I don't know what happened to that. Yeah, they gave me the car back too. Yeah. And yeah. So, you know, man, people dirty, man. You gotta watch them. They dirty, bro. They dirty. So, yeah. With that being said, I'm about to wrap it up. I gotta pay some bills. Y'all know my motto. Hit that like button. Hit that subscription button. Make sure you subscribe to Superfly Entertainment. If you know someone that's not subscribed, tell them to subscribe to Superfly Entertainment. Hit that notification bell so you can be alerted when I upload some more videos. With that being said, Superfly Entertainment, I'm out.